thank you all for coming to the Welle Creek Trust AGM 2026. After the AGM, as you can see, we've got a screen up, we're going to show a film, and the film is going from Marmont Priory Lock to Salters Lode Lock on a boat trip that we took in September, and I hope you'll find it of interest. Okay, with no more ado, we'll start off with the agenda, and the first item is to receive apologies for absence.
So we've got C. Mansell, Mr. and Mrs. A. Chambers, Sylvia Keynes, Mr. and Mrs. Roger Mungham, John Revell, David and Susan Venn. Okay, thank you. The second item is to receive the minutes of the annual general meeting held on the 5th of February 2025. John? Yeah, so basically we had the annual general meeting back in February, back on the 5th of February. The retiring committee members at the time were 3 members of the council, which was Graham, myself, John Delaney and M. Scott. We all agreed unanimously at the time that for them to volunteer for a further 3 years. We had no new council members, unfortunately. It'd be nice to have some new people to join us. And then we also had the annual report and statements accounts for the year ending 31st of August. I won't bore you with all the expenses and all the income and everything, but what I can confirm with everybody that we actually had a balance back then of £11,394. Then we passed on to the any other business, and there was just one subject brought up at the time, and that was on fishing platforms and the lack of them in general from a gentleman by the name of Jeff Simmons. And basically at the time we were planning on having fishing platforms scattered along the length between Marmont Priory and Salters Lode. But unfortunately we had to find out how much it would cost to have a vole survey. Now we had a vole survey on Martin Scott's fishing platform, and there's no exaggeration here, it came to more than £3,000 just to have that one vole survey. So can you imagine, we had planned on 20 platforms, but because we had this new problem with vole surveys, it just, it wasn't practical. So what we've done now is that we actually looked at the existing moorings, and then we've looked and thought, right, okay, which are the ones that are used the most and which are the ones that are not hardly used at all? And what we've now decided to do is that the riverside mooring, the March riverside mooring in Outwell, that will be for fishermen, but they have to understand if a boat comes along, wants to moor there, they've got to move away. And we're also going to allocate 2 ends of the moorings in the Outwell St Peter's Church mooring. So there'll be like a couple of metres either end of that, so that they can actually fish from that mooring as well. Of course, we also have the fishing platforms by the aqueduct as well. So, it's just a case of trying to allocate some space for them as well. And that's it. Okay.
Thank you, John. Item 3 is to receive the annual general report, which is by me. And so, for any new members, and just to remind existing members, the objectives of the Welle Creek Trust are as follows: to sponsor the preservation, beautification and public use of the Welle Creek in all its aspects, including boating, navigation, fishing, skating, nature conservation, village landscaping and amenities. I am pleased to be able to report that 2025 was another good year for the Trust. At the March meeting, the committee members present elected the following positions for the forthcoming year: Chairman Graham Seaton, Treasurer Alan Gullen, Secretary and Media John Delaney. In March, John Delaney completed his work on the QR codes, and these can now be seen displayed on all our prominent features along the Welle Creek, starting at Marmont Priory Lock, all the moorings, fishing points, the slipway at the aqueduct, Nordelf and Salters Lode Lock. So I don't know whether anyone has seen these QR codes. And can anyone use QR codes? Does anyone use QR? We haven't got a very good response there.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yes, we could do
Well,
a
we
demonstration.
can give you a demonstration, but
Yeah.
basically, you know those lovely barcodes you have when you buy items in the supermarket and you put it across the sensor? Well, that is an equivalent of that, but there are notices on each of the moorings,
Yeah.
and all you do is point your camera at the notice, and it comes up with a link to our website, the Welle Creek website, and then it'll tell you all the local history around that particular mooring.
Yes. It's very good. When we get the film started, you'll see that QR codes will come up, and we'll explain again how to use them. Yes, in April, repairs to the launch and slipway mooring were carried out, and it's hoped that work on the actual area leading up to the slipway will be carried out this spring. In May, March Riverside mooring was repaired. Thank you. On the 27th and 29th of June, the Welle Creek Trust attended the Outwell St Peter Church Flower Festival, and we had 2 stalls. A flower display with a boat theme on it and a pictorial display showing all the books that are for sale. On Saturday the 27th of September, the Welle Creek Trust held their 3rd annual Buffy dance at Outwell Village Hall. The dance was attended by over 100 people, and the music supplied by Adlib Band and the food supplied by Bates Bakes. On the 9th of September, our committee member Paul Mather attended the Middle Level Commissioners meeting to discuss the state of the riverbanks and the encroachment of weeds into the river. This is an ongoing problem that has been getting worse, and we are trying to work with the Middle Level, the parish councils, Norfolk County Council's highways to solve the various problems. On the Friday the 7th of November, Bill Smith gave a talk at Outwell Public Hall about the 6 tramway mementos. At this meeting, the Welle Creek Trust surprised Bill by presenting him with a working scale model of the tank engine, and my thanks go to Sue Lowe for organising and collecting the model from the manufacturers. Thank you, Sue. Finally, I'd like to thank the committee for all their hard work throughout the year, and to thank all our members for their continued support. And before I stop, this is a bit of an advert, but at the back we've got a stand with this book in, which is a very good book, which I think the retails are for about £13, but we're offering it for £8 today, special offer. And we've also got our own little book for £5, and that's on the table at the back. Thank you. And the next item is item number 3 still, the annual general report, statement of accounts for the year ending 31st of August 2025. I'll hand you over to our treasurer, Alan.
Good evening, everyone. This time we've decided to put the balance sheet on the board so you can see which ones we're referring to. So this is our financial year which ended 31st of August last year. And these are the figures I'll be referring to, and give a little explanation of what we spent our money on. I'll be working to the nearest pound, we won't deal with pence. Right, so first of all on income, we hold the fund on behalf of the Outwell Tram Memento scheme, and we receive the money and pay the bills as instructed. And in this particular financial year we received £818 in donations. Next, subscriptions, and those are for ourselves, and we received £644, and a thank you to all who supported us. We also received donations, a total of 1,492. Again, thanks to all those who contributed. But of that 1492, there was a £1,000 grant we received via Jean and Graham, and it's a TI grant. Now, this just came in my account, and I don't have any more information. Are they present tonight?
Yep. Jean and Graham Tidmus Foundation, charity set up by Graham Tidmus and on behalf of him and his late wife Jean.
I didn't actually get the opportunity to thank them because I wasn't quite sure. I didn't have an address or anything to respond to, but it worked out. Yeah, a very good donation we received out of the blue. Next we have the HMRC. This is the tax I claim back via gift aid for all those who gift aided to us, and thank you very much if you pay income tax. This is something you can do for us. And I received £425 from the taxman, which is always nice to obtain. Raffles, we always well supported, and we made £122. We had book sales, which netted £36. We have part of our funds in a savings account, and we received interest of £90. Our total income for the financial year was £3,631. Expenditure on the Outwell Tram Memento scheme, we paid bills totalling £2,234 for fabrication and artwork. That would be on the last phase 6 of those schemes. Company's House, we pay £34 annual registration fee every year. Postage £32, mainly for membership renewals. Stationery £51, which is mainly printing documents and printing out membership forms. Hall hire, we have to hire a room for our committee meetings, and that's usually at the Outwell Village Hall, and it cost £132. Labour and services is a general term where I pay for various things which we can't do ourselves, and we supported the Outwell fishing platform for £1,002 for the management of water voles. Materials, we spent £641. Of that, £296 was for timber for extending the Outwell fishing platform. We spent £152 on the new replacement launch assist mooring at the aqueduct. We were able to recycle some of what would normally be very expensive decking that you see. That came from the old Salters Lode mooring, which we put to one side and are making reuse. So we didn't spend very much on putting that new boat mooring in. We spent £182 on the new and very informative QR code signs, which are in different locations. We'll run that how you get those to work. We spent £10 on flowers for our St. Peter's Church Festival display, and it was thanks to Gail Jetson for arranging this, and of course most of the flowers came from her garden. Dance and events on this particular financial year, the dance fell outside the area, so this was mainly for last year's AGM for hall hire and raffle prizes, £81. We have to keep insurance for running the business, and that totals £304. Anglian Water, we paid £108 for the water which the public can use on the church mooring in Outwell. We have our website hosting, and that costs £113. We have our accountant who does the work for free, but we give him a gift, and we bought him a £50 gift voucher. Total expenditure £4,782. Now that leaves us with a balance in our kitty of £12,768. Any questions on the finance? Good.
You're doing well, Alan.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Alan. The next item, item 4, is to elect members to the Trust Council. Each year 3 members have to retire, and they can either say they wish to carry on or they retire completely. This year the retiring members are Paul Mather, Martin Rawlings and Ken Lambard. Paul,
Yep.
do you wish to carry on?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Is Martin's not here, is he?
No.
I don't think. Well, we'll assume he's carrying on,
Yeah.
as you know. Ken Lambard hasn't been to a meeting for about 18 months, and I understand that he's not very well. I think we'll make a space there for a new member, if we can find anybody. We also had 2 members retire during the year, which was Paul Jetson and Martin Scott. So we've got 1, 2, 3 spaces available if anyone wishes to join us. Anyone wishing to come on the committee? Yes, Paul.
Can I nominate Robert Henry?
Yes. Robert, is Robert here?
Yes, he is.
Oh, you're there. You've been nominated. Would you like to join us? Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you then. Is there anyone else who would like to come on? Oh, we have a hand up there. Yes, sir? So, yeah, I can see you. Well, can you shout the name again?
Phil Parks.
Lovely. So you know where we hold our meetings and whatever? Yeah.
Can we take your details down after we
Take the details later, yeah.
Cheers.
That's lovely. So that's not too bad then. We'll see. During the year, if anyone wants to join, we can always think about it. But yeah, we're up to 12, so that'll make a call. Right, next item. Yes, you can.
Do we have anybody from Nordelf here? Oh, okay. That's it.
That's a
Just
shame.
I want to know.
Yeah, it would be handy to have somebody from Nordelf on the committee. Okay, well, we'll work on that in the year. Your son lives in Nordelf, doesn't he? Yeah. See what you can do. Okay. Right, item 5 is to appoint the accountants. The accountant is doing a grand job, I believe, isn't he?
Yes.
Mr.
Richard Wellborn.
Yes, Richard Wellborn. We need a nomination to continue with Richard. Anybody put their hand up? Yeah, we have somebody at the back. Thank you very much. We'll carry on we'll ask Richard, we'll tell Richard he's carrying on with the accounts for us. Thank you. And the last item is item 6, which is the any other business for the AGM. Has anybody got any questions, queries, or anything? No? Blimey.
We have one.
Pen!
Can we remind all fishermen that it is not a good idea to cast your line when there are swans swimming past? I witnessed a fisherman doing that and getting a swan. We've got cygnets caught up in his line.
Yeah, fishermen ought to know better, really, but we will put it on our website.
Yeah, the only thing I would say there, it's not in his interest to have the birds caught in his line. I'm not quite sure why he would be casting, because they're usually pretty obvious, these things, but...
Okay, quiet. Anybody else with any other business? If not, we will take a short break and then we'll carry on with the film. Okay, I'll close the meeting then at 7:20. Thank you very much.